Today we've got a really interesting lineup for you. I'm going to talk to you all about matcha. Friends, if there's no red above my head, that simply means you're watching it on the replay. Feel free to use the hashtag replay and shop as you normally would. If you are watching it live, you're welcome to ask questions and leave comments. And if I don't see them live, I will get back to you as soon as I can. Friends, my name is Joy, and I want to welcome everyone here tonight to learn about matcha. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We just celebrated our 9th anniversary in business. We now have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, blooming tea, and matcha. We sell wonderful gift sets and tea accessories, and typically a lot of my videos are strictly about loose leaf tea. But today, instead, we're going to talk all about matcha. I find that matcha is absolutely perfect for this time of year as the weather changes. It also makes really great gifts for grads and dads. Father's Day is coming up. A lot of young people are graduating high school and college, and a gift set like this with matcha, maybe some additional loose leaf tea, it would be absolutely a huge hit with whomever you're giving it to. Hey there, Irene. Thank you for wishing me happy anniversary. I really appreciate it. It's always good to hear. I love it when someone watches and says they love the tea. Thank you for that. Irene, since you're here, I've got to ask, have you had matcha? Have you had our matcha? Have you had success with it? I've got some tips that I want to share with you, especially if you are new to matcha. There's a lot of health benefits to it. There's also kind of some weird misnomers going around, and I want to make sure my customers are as informed as possible, because matcha might be exactly what you are looking for. So matcha is it is a powder. When I say we sell loose leaf tea, it's tea leaves with other ingredients that is loose. We sell it by weight. It is not already in a tea bag. But matcha is a powder, and it looks like this. It should be a very bright green color. It should not be gray. There are about 9 grades of matcha, and so I really want to educate you to make sure that you know exactly what you're buying, who you're buying it from, and how often you should replenish your stock. So matcha, why? Let's start with the why, right? Why would you want to incorporate matcha into your daily life? There's a lot of reasons, but a lot of people enjoy the stimulating energy that you can get from matcha. You won't get the shakes. It's not a crazy energy. It has been said to be a calming energy for alertness. Often, monks drink matcha prior to meditation. When you're meditating, you have some work to get done, and you definitely don't want to fall asleep. Even though you're trying to hold still, you want to make sure your brain is really stimulated. Even if you're not the type of person to meditate or do yoga or anything like that, I bet you still might have a reason, a project you want to get done, maybe yard work on the weekend, maybe a project at work that you really want to be alert for. I have to literally tell you right now, I have to confess, I am suffering from seasonal allergies, and I literally feel suppressed. I'm not depressed, like I'm sad. I just feel like my body is a little bit slower because it's working to fight so hard my allergic response to the stimulus that's outside. So even though I'm getting enough sleep at night, when I just don't feel great in the morning, I feel a little sluggish, and I wish I didn't. So right now, especially this time of year, I always start my day with matcha. And I want to give you some tips about that too, but I see we've got lots of people watching and they're excited to learn about matcha. So welcome to Jessica and Whitney and Sandy, and thank you so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. Friends, we're a really small company based in Northern Ohio, and we'll ship anywhere in the United States. I see Bernita is here from Washington. I see Sandy's from Ohio, Whitney's from Texas. Thank you all for joining us. I do videos every Sunday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I know some of you have to translate that to what time it is for you. You can catch me live by downloading our mobile shopping app. It's completely free to download. If you just go to your favorite app store, search Sub Rosa Tea, which is 3 words, 2 spaces in the middle, you'll get the app. We'll send you a notification when I'm live so you don't miss anything. I do want to get back to the conversation, but I also want to reward the people who are here. So, hey there, Margaret from New York. Thank you for coming. Friends, if you can't see everyone's comments, it's because they're watching on the mobile app, but I can see everyone, whether you're watching on Facebook or on the mobile app. And here at Sub Rosa Tea, like I said, we're a really small company. We love it when you come over to Facebook and spill the tea for us. Go ahead, do that now, spill the tea. Let's see if we can get a few more people watching. I love to put cash in your cart and reward you for doing it. I know it's a little jarring if you're watching on the app to go over on Facebook, find the video and all that good stuff, but I really appreciate when you do this because I do find that I'm trying to be informative, educational, sometimes even inspirational. So if you're interested, I bet some of your friends are too. And when you spill the tea for us and leave comments that you've done so, I love picking a few people to put cash in their cart. Jessica says she loves the new stickers. Thank you. Wait until you see what we have coming up next month too. I really am going to talk about matcha, but I just wanted to say one more thing before I go on. I want to make sure everyone who's watching right now that you know to come back on Sunday, June 27th at 8 p.m. We're launching new products. Everybody loves new product launch night because if I get over 100 live viewers, I'm going to pick one lucky winner to win the whole thing. We've got 6 new teas, a new tea accessory, and a bonus buy, an $80 value. I'm going to pick someone. And we're a really small company, but I have to say, we have hundreds of people who've downloaded the app. We have 20,000 people on Facebook already. I kind of feel like we could get to 100 pretty easily. We did create a Facebook event as well. So if you're not ready to download the app, it's all right, but go find that Facebook event and click going. Facebook will send you notifications and stuff and reminders so you don't miss anything. I'd love to think someday soon we'll even get to 200 and then I get to give away too. So do invite your friends. If you think they're tea drinkers or might be interested in this information, tell them about it. And like I said, this one is going to be educational, but it's definitely about gifts as well. Let's think about other people too and what we can do for them. So in addition to matcha being a really stimulating energy, I want you to know how it's grown. I don't want you to just think of it as like other things that are stimulating are artificial in nature, and I'm an all-natural girl. I tell you, I try so hard to eat just whole foods and really stick with the plan. But the way the tea plant is grown in order to yield matcha is a little bit differently. Matcha comes from the same exact tea plant as black tea, green tea, and white tea does. It's all the same plant. But when we are trying to yield matcha as the harvest, a net is thrown over the plant. The net then has to work extra hard to fight for that sunlight, and when it does that, it produces an extra amount of chlorophyll. That's why matcha is this beautiful, beautiful, very bright green color. If you find matcha, I'm not going to judge, but if you have had matcha in the past and you've bought it from maybe the grocery store, or it's been in a tea bag or a tin and you've opened it up and it was gray in color, it didn't smell right, and you drank it anyway, and then you didn't like the taste that could have been it. Fresh is best. Lots of green color is absolutely better. We sell ceremonial grade matcha, which means it is safe to consume every day. There are lower grades of matcha, but I don't really want to talk about that because we've got the good stuff here at Sub Rosa Tea. So I just wanted to make sure you knew about that. That it's a bright green color because of how it's grown and harvested. I didn't want you to think it was a chemical compound. It's not dyed. There's nothing artificial to make it this color. It's literally the plant. And I want you to know why it's powder too. A lot of you are loose leaf tea drinkers. You're accustomed to big chunky leaves and pieces of fruit in your product. Well, this is the same tea leaves, but what they do is they strip away the stems and the veins and then grind the leaf into a very fine powder. You want it to be a powder because you want to consume all of it. When we steep loose leaf tea, we don't consume any of it, right? It stays in our infuser basket. You could consume the leaves, it's not going to hurt you, but in general, we don't. A basket like this is our Kyoto glass teapot, and it comes with a nice, large, fine mesh infuser basket. The tea leaves would go in here, but today we're talking about matcha powder. You want to consume the entire leaf, the powder. It has literally 10 to 15 times more antioxidants than loose leaf tea. I know, it's mind-blowing. I know you guys know that you're doing the right thing by drinking loose leaf tea versus tea bag tea. Matcha has even more. It's another reason why we sell 5 flavors. I don't want your palate to get bored. I want to make sure I appeal to as many customers as I can. We do sell plain matcha by itself. We also sell flavors, and I'm going to talk about those next. But I still wanted to talk just a few more minutes. So it has a very specific antioxidant in it. It's got polyphenols and flavonoids, specifically L-theanine. You can only find L-theanine in this particular loose leaf tea, in the tea plant, is where the L-theanine is. And that is specifically an antioxidant that research has shown really fights against cancer, which I love that. It's great for your skin. It's great for anti-aging and wrinkles. It's great for your hair and nails. I love that it has so many benefits. The way antioxidants work, you have crazy free radicals in your body. The antioxidants are going to grab those free radicals and flush them out. If you're not getting enough antioxidants, the free radicals can group together. A group of free radicals is called a tumor. We all have them. We do have groups of cells called tumors in our body. We don't know that we have them until they cause us pain. Once we have symptoms and we're in pain, we tend to go to the doctor to figure it all out. Drink your tea, my friends. Drink your tea. Let's talk about matcha just a little bit more. Like I said in the beginning, we're a really small company, which means for you, we keep our matcha extraordinarily fresh. We sell it very fast. We don't sell our products to grocery stores. It's not sitting on a store shelf for years on end. We go through it very fast. So you'd want your matcha to be quite fresh. Also, you got to think about it. You remember when we were a kid and we were told to eat our vegetables? Now that we're an adult, do we really do that? Do we really eat enough? Some of us don't. The amino acids and antioxidants in matcha can actually give you very similar health benefits as it would if you were eating a lot of vegetables. So if you're that type of person that could, take it or leave it, you might go a couple days on end without eating a salad or a veggie. You might really want to consider adding some matcha to your daily life. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the gift set first. The gift set is in the queue first, and I know it's been there for a while. This particular gift set does come in this wooden box. I love that it's a naked box because you could paint it or stain it anything you want, which makes it really giftable, but I think makes it really personable. Inside this wood box, you're going to get the 4 matcha authentic tools. This is the ceramic bowl. It's beautiful and it's unglazed, which is absolutely perfect for what we're doing. You're going to get a bamboo whisk. It's a very fine whisk. and it is made of bamboo. We do not recommend using stainless steel or metal on your matcha. This is the bamboo spoon that you can measure out your matcha, kind of get comfortable with it, see how much you like. And this is a ceramic whisk holder. It's kind of interesting looking on its own, but when you use your whisk, you're gonna rinse it with hot water, no need for soap. Rinse it with hot water, but you're not going to lay it flat on your counter. It can dry that way and become misshapen. You're going to want to dry it on the whisk holder. Okay, does that make sense? Once the bamboo is dry, then you can tuck your 4 pieces away back into the wooden box. But that's what this is for, the whisk holder, so it can dry properly. So you would take your bamboo spoon, and for those of you who are brand new to matcha, I want you to start with just a half a teaspoon. On our packages of matcha, I do say add 1 to 2 teaspoons. That's kind of a little advanced, I have to admit. Someone who is maybe doing a really tall latte, a tall smoothie, someone who's been doing it a while, start with half a teaspoon. I promise you will notice the difference. I love this product. You do not need a lot of it. So you would measure out your half a teaspoon into your bamboo wooden spoon and put it into the bottom of your bowl. I am very sorry, I'm a small company. We do not have tech here. I don't have a camera crew, okay? I can't shoot over to an overhead shot right now, so I'm just gonna do the best I can. But you've got your matcha powder in the bottom of your bowl. You're going to pour hot water, just a little bit. Use your whisk and whisk it into an M shape, not a circle. Does that make sense? So you're going to make a paste with your powder and just a little bit of water. At that point, then you can add more, like a half a cup of water, and whisk like crazy until it gets frothy. You're done. You can drink it, no problem. However, there's so many other options. I do typically start with water and make a paste, but if you love loose leaf tea, let's do that instead. Let's add more flavor. Let's add more antioxidants. Let's add some fun, right? It doesn't have to be plain water. And definitely do it with tea. So like I said, this particular gift set, very giftable, very lovely. I happen to love matcha tea ceremony. I love it in the middle of the day when I need a break. I love it on Sunday mornings. I love getting my box out and really just having tea ceremony. But on occasion, I am just too stinking busy for all of that. And that's why I wanted to bring up the Kyoto and the Mountain. So the Kyoto glass teapot, like I said, this is a glass teapot. It holds 32 ounces, so it makes 4 cups. It's nice and fat and big, which is perfect for both blooming tea that blooms, loose leaf tea with the basket, and if I didn't show you, if it wasn't obvious, you put your matcha powder right in, and look, it's plenty big enough to get your whisk in. Okay, get your whisk in, no problem. Whisk it with just a little bit of water to make a paste, like I said. Put your basket in. Loose leaf tea goes in. I love the plain matcha, the unflavored matcha with blood orange mango. Oh, that is my jam. This time of year when it's so hot and humid outside, I love the bright, super bright fruity teas. It's what I'm craving all the time is citrus. Put your tea leaves in, put the hot water in steep. Yes, your tea is going to get a little cloudy because it's green powder. It kind of looks like, I don't know, the Grinch or Kermit the Frog or something. But to me, friends, the color green is healthy. So you can easily take your tea back out and you've got your whole pot now. You're ready to go. Take a sip. Do whatever you want. Now this is a glass teapot. It does have the lid that, as you can see, is completely removable. So is the basket. You can microwave this if you choose to do so. The Kyoto, though, is borosilicate glass. It can go on the stovetop, too. If that's, you know, your style, your method, you can do that as well. And it is dishwasher safe. I just have to tell you, I use mine so much. I've never put it in the dishwasher even once. I hand wash it because I'm using it again. But that's just me. I also wanted to bring up the mountain tumbler because this is a great option for those of you who gotta go, right? You're only up for maybe a few minutes. You're in your house. You need to shake it and get out the door. This is the mountain tumbler. We happen to have it in 3 sizes. It's got a flip top lid. The lid screws off, and it's got an infuser basket with nice fine mesh holes in the bottom. Put your matcha right in. Honestly, right in the basket. Pop it in, hot water, and shake it. Shake it like crazy. It's a powder, and because it's dissipating through the fine holes in this mesh infuser, with the hot water, it'll dissolve or at least break up just like you were whisking it. Does that make sense? Then you just put your tea leaves in and steep it. You can now steep your tea leaves cold if you want to have iced tea. You can steep them hot if you want to have hot tea. It doesn't matter. Often I do put the matcha in with hot water. That's my preference. I really like to get it dissolved. I will even put some ice cubes in the bottom. And then the infuser right in. The lid, if you didn't see, the lid has holes as well. So while this is in here, when you tip it up, you'll still get tea in your tea drink in your mouth, but the leaves stay in. Does that make sense? Easy peasy. Really easy to use. Really fun. You can do it with just about anything. So we do have different flavors of tea in the queue that if you're watching on the app, if you hit the shop all button, you will see all 5 flavors of matcha in the queue with my personal favorites of which loose leaf tea I like to pair with it. Often, I think it was Whitney who said that she has had at Starbucks. She had the matcha at Starbucks. And I have to admit, I've never been to Starbucks in my life, but I was like kind of consulting with someone who had worked there for years. Friends, there's a lot of sugar in their products, okay? When they give you a drink like that, yes, you can special order, but most people put a sweetener of some sort in. I don't like that. That's my preference. If you want to add sweetener or whatever, that's your choice, like especially a latte. A lot of lattes, I think it's pretty common to add a drizzle of honey. Your choice. I'd rather get my sweetness from the tea. I'd rather pick a sweeter tea or a spiced tea like a chai instead of sweetness. I also wanted to say that another great way for you to add matcha to your life, we sell 4 types of low-carb baking mixes. We have sold them for months. They are fabulous. They are my favorite things to bake with because all you normally need is the mix, a few eggs, and you're rocking and rolling. Sometimes like a nut milk, like an almond milk, which keeps for a really long time in the fridge. I love it. You can add matcha to every single one of them. I'm sorry I didn't put them in the queue, but we have a snickerdoodle donut. We've got brownies right now. We do have pancakes. We have a red velvet cake. I love making the frosting with cream cheese and matcha. The raspberry matcha on that frosting of the red velvet is amazing. Like I said, it's low carb, keto, diabetic safe, all that good stuff. So anyway, if you've had matcha before and you haven't liked it, I do suspect it might have been older, it might not have been ceremonial grade, perhaps also they just added too much and you weren't used to it, or you just didn't like the way it was prepared. I always have a feeling that when you guys prepare it yourself, you're going to do a better job. You're going to get to know your taste buds, you're going to figure it out, and it's going to be heaven. For those of you, I know a lot of you drink 8 to 10 cups of tea a day. Easily whisk that into your tea. If you're having a morning smoothie, you shouldn't even need to whisk first. Just add your teaspoon of matcha powder right to your smoothie and hit blend. Most people who are making a smoothie are already using a shaker bottle or a blender. Just blend it. It'll be fine. I've never had a problem with it, whether I'm adding fruit or yogurt or milk or whatever it is. Easy peasy, no problem. I am looking to see if there are any more questions because I know this is kind of a topic that not everyone knows about. But I will say, one more time, if you are new here and you haven't downloaded our mobile app, you can enjoy 15% off the first time you use the app by using the code NEW15. And we always have free shipping over $75, so you can enjoy that as well. Anybody else have any questions? I came up with all these teas, but I think everyone here tonight is kind of familiar with the tea leaves, the tea products, the tea flavors that we sell. And if you're looking for something specific, please let me know. Same with the gifts. I think I kind of caught some of you because you were thinking about Father's Day gifts or graduation gifts. If you need something custom, if you've got questions, like if you know your dad loves orange, let's talk about it. Let's create a gift set for him, something nice for him to open. There's still plenty of time. We're only in the middle of June. We've got a week. We've got a whole week. I can get something together for you and get it shipped out. Friends, I don't see anybody else. If I've missed your questions, don't worry. I will get back to you in writing. You can always email me at orders@subrosatea. Thank you, friends, for watching today's video all about matcha. I do hope you found it informative. Thank you so much. No matter what you do with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Thanks, friends. Bye-bye.